But anyway,
Mm.
so we're zooming on here. Patrick Queen and Kyle Hamilton have both said very high praise about Mike McDonald. In fact, I think one of them actually said that their guy was that with Mike McDonald gone, they felt like a part of them left too. And as Patrick Queen is expected to be a free agent due to the Ravens declining his fifth year option because he has had some injury problems, but he's a great linebacker. Seattle is now the favorites to land him, and I'm not getting my hopes up because every time we've had a guy who has been a favorite to come here, we have not executed. However, the difference is this time the coach he likes is the head coach. So I'm really hoping we could get him because we're not bringing Brooks and Bobby both back. So him and Bobby would be a nasty LB duo, and it would be nice because
Yep.
we passed up on Patrick Queen and we were kind of scrutinized for that. I think passing up on Patrick Queen and Creed Humphrey were some of the recent big draft picks that I really wish we decided to get instead of who we went with. So that's my thoughts. If we actually can get him, that would be huge. Also, the Chiefs might cut L'Jarius Sneed. L'Jarius Sneed, he said he wanted
Why
to
would
get
they
paid
cut
after
him?
this Super Bowl win, or not cut him. Sorry, expected to maybe walk if a deal isn't long-term deal because he wants to get paid, and the Chiefs will have to pay a $19 million tag to keep him. So I don't know if he walks, that would be pretty huge for teams like Dallas.
God, I hope he doesn't go to the piece of shit Dallas Cowboys.
I mean,
Oh,
he's a very good player, so and he wants a long-term deal. I think the Chiefs should pay him, but if they don't get him, that's pretty huge for the free agency market. So that's another big free notable free agent.
I just well, why do the Cowboys they have to pay Dak like 61 million? They're gonna be because they also are gonna have to pay CD and Micah Parsons too. So
Yeah, CD, Micah Parsons, Trayvon got extended. Yeah, that's right.
yeah, tore his ACL. What 2 games into the season? It was like a practice.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate. He's still good a decent amount of time. Though it's kind of funny, he and Deron Bland are both guys who are good, but also can get burnt. Like they get a lot of picks, but they can get absolutely torched at times.
The problem with an
So
ACL tear is that you could lose some explosiveness with coming off said surgery. So who knows if Diggs is the same player again? But I'm not.
yeah, I
But
don't know,
I mean,
man. We can hope
it's
that
not
he's
that
not
I'm.
though.
Not that I'm rooting for him not to be the same player. I don't really care about Trayvon Diggs. I don't hate him, but yeah, hopefully he makes a good recovery.
I partially hate him because he has tried to stir up so much drama regarding Diggs, and now Diggs won't be leaving as a thing I got to worry about because if he does, he will be scrutinized by everybody because he sold him chances where he had chances to make a play. But yeah, just looked up Dak's contract. He has a $59 million cap hit in 2024,
That's
and
crazy.
Shit,
Dak
man,
will be
that's
free to leave free agency after 2024. So, yeah, they are going to have to pay him. But, like,
Good.
the question is he really, like, he's probably going to stick around and get paid because he is technically a franchise quarterback, but he can't win anything major
It's
when it
kind of
comes to
like
the
why they
big
moved off
games.
from Tony Romo.
So like, yeah, exactly. So like,
yeah.
it feels weird, and I wonder if they're going to do the same thing. But the free agent, the draft is going to be pretty bad for QBs next year. So honestly, I don't know what you do with Dallas because again, you have Micah
Maybe you
Parsons and CD to pay.
Yeah, I would kill for a
take
quarterback like Dak on my team, though. That's just
two.
No,
me.
yeah, a lot of teams would. It's just the way Dallas has been stuck. I do think their bigger problem is coaching and keeping Mike McCarthy, though.
Thank
So
God they kept him. That means
you
they're
never
never
know.
gonna
Yeah,
McCarthy.
no, I why did you do that, Dallas? Like, listen, we love it because we can make fun of you more, but like why? Just why?
Besides the Eagles winning
Guys.
another Super Bowl if I ever saw the Cowboys winning a Super Bowl, that would be one of the worst days of my life.
Dude, this is on kind of related and unrelated, but I once in Madden 23, I was able to play the Seahawks. You know how like for wildcard games you can play as one of the teams and then continue on as like a franchise for like the rest of the
Yeah.
playoffs and future seasons. I did that with Seattle. I beat the 1 seed Eagles on a game-winning field goal, and I kicked the Niners' ass, and then I lost in the championship to Dallas. I would feel so sad if I was the team that let Dallas back into the Super Bowl. Like, holy shit.
You know what
Holy
team's gonna
shit.
let them back into the Super Bowl? The Giants. The Giants are gonna let them back. They walk all over us, and I can make.
Are you
fun of
saying in a
Cal-
hypothetical playoff matchup?
Yep, it would happen. It would happen. It would happen in New York, and
In
it
New
would be the
York,
worst.
wow. So
It
you're
would be a
assuming
fair-
you'd win the division and then you would lose, which
I
seems
haven't
likely,
seen
but I feel
Giants
like
win the
now
division
no.
since I was 5. That's how bad this team was. But you know, the Cowboys, I hate them. I hate the Eagles more.
Well, guess what? Here's what I will tell you. They're not winning the Super Bowl next year. Thankfully for you. Not thankfully for me, because the Packers will win the Super Bowl next year, and I will be done with football once that.
But why? Why? Tell them why, bro. Tell them why. Tell them why. Well, why?
Okay,
Why is
here's my
this theory
theory.
going on?
Okay. So 1997, all right, they won the Super Bowl, and not only was their Super Bowl, not only did they win the Super Bowl, but the game was on Fox. 14 years later, they won the Super Bowl again. The game was on Fox. 14 years later, next year would mark their 14th year of being Super Bowl champion, and the game would be on Fox again. That is the
Wouldn't
theory.
it be on NBC?
No, it's going to be on Fox.
It's
They
on
announced it.
Fox.
Oh,
Yeah, they like change. They
Every-
change. It was CBS. Then I forgot what it was last year, and this year it's CBS.
And
It
it's
was
Fox
NBC
again.
like on Rams. Sorry, on not the
Rams,
Rams.
yes,
Yeah, it was
Rams, Bengals.
Rams. It was on NBC.
So every 14 years they win the Super Bowl and the game's on Fox. That's how it works. And next year would mark their 14-year drought, and the Super Bowl's
Oh,
on Fox.
guys,
So
I
they're
just
gonna
found
win it.
something. Guys, I just
They're
found
winning
something
it.
regarding the Packers. Mal, I would say you're gonna wall up and die and shrivel in your chair from this, but at this point, like you hate the Packers so much that you're not even surprised at anything anymore. But going into next year, currently Jordan Love has the 4th or 5th highest odds to win MVP in the 2024 season, behind Mahomes, Allen 2nd, Burrow's 3rd, and Lamar's 4th, I think. And then Jordan Love is 5th. I forgot if I saw that on CBS or ESPN or Fox, but I'm picking the Packers to make a Super Bowl between 59 and 61. Whether they win it is a question, but I think they're going to make a Super Bowl within the next 3 years.
They're winning the Super Bowl next year. Jordan Love will win MVP the year after he wins the Super Bowl. I don't think he's going to win MVP next year, but I think he'll win the MVP after.
Oh,
He'll throw
because it's
about-
gonna be and then the Giants will win the Super Bowl the year after
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, because then Jordan Love's going to throw like 50 touchdowns and like 4 interceptions with like 5,000 yards, and
Drake
he'll
May,
rush.
Drake
rush
May
for, like,
is
400
going
yards
to
and 4
save
touchdowns
us
as well.
from Mahomes' 5th Super Bowl ring. You've heard it here first, folks. The Giants
May
are
will be
going
fine.
to
Drake May
like
Drake May will channel his inner Eli Manning. He'll escape Chris Jones on a 3rd and 5, chuck it down the field.
I don't think Chris
and it'll
Jones
be-
in this hypothetical situation would still be playing, right? Isn't he like getting older?
He would.
No,
He
he's
probably
like
will.
I said
he
like
probably
5th
will.
ring. I'm assuming that there's going to be some slight
Say Super
leeway.
Bowl like 61. They make
Yeah.
it.
Okay, maybe
Super Bowl
he'll-
60.
he'll-
They'll make it Super Bowl
He
60.
escaped from the rush. He's gonna heave the ball downfield. It's gonna be pinned by little Wandale Robinson. He's gonna make the catch of his life. He's gonna juggle it. Then he's gonna pin it to the side of his helmet. And then what's it called? And then Xavier Legette's gonna run he's gonna cut in, then he's gonna cut out in the end zone with 35 seconds to go. The Giants go up 24-20, and Patrick Mahomes is crying on the sideline, and Drake May
Yes,
and
sir. They'll win
New York
17
team-
to 14. Who's going to
New
be
York
Plaxico
teams
Burress?
making the New York teams making the Chiefs cry.
What's his face? Oh yeah, we're gonna have to sign a free agent because Plaxico is a free agent. Gabe Davis.
Yeah.
Will
Gabe
will catch
Davis
it.
will be the
Plaxico
he'll
Burress.
he's gonna channel his inner 220-yard 4-touchdown game from
And
that
then the
Bills
year
Chiefs
after that, the
divisional.
Giants will start 12-0, and then Gabe Davis will go to a local nightclub and then shoot himself in the thigh, and then the season, and then we'll get eliminated by the 9-8 Eagles after going 14-3
in the divisional round.
Yep.
Because they'll be the 1 seed in this scenario.
But then you'll win it like 3 years later, though.
Yep. We beat
and then
Mahomes
now and now we'll still be there waiting for his team to make a conference championship.
Hey, but at least in both times when you beat the Chiefs, you have to beat the Packers on the way, which you did on the road to the Super Bowl.
Wait, Mal, then the Bears would make it to the NFC Championship game
the year before versus the Packers, and we'll lose at home. And
they're gonna lose.
Happened in real life, by the way. This did happen in real life.
We know this.
With Jay Cutler.
We remember.
My dad said it was one of the worst days of his life. It was like he legit was like it was one of the worst days of my life, and I was like, holy crap! I was like, I'm so glad I was so young that I didn't know about sports, because if I were to have to experience that day losing the NFC Championship to the Packers at home, I would have.
Yeah, that was the miracle
that I would do.
That was the miracle of my dad.
Also, you wouldn't have witnessed all the times like old highlights I saw of Rodgers like escaping pressure and then just doing some insane like comeback win versus the Bears.
The one where he got the game-winning touchdown at Cobb with like 25 seconds left. My dad, it was like what 10 years ago. My dad said he almost cried. Like it was, like he was so pissed.
You know that so you guys know the Miracle in the Meadowlands play from like 2010 where the Giants blew the lead, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the game that fueled my hatred for the Eagles. My mom's like to my dad, go to the store, and he's like, I have a bad feeling. And I'm sitting on the couch and I'm 4 years old. So this is December 2010. Deshaun Jackson picks up the ball. He catches it. He fumbles. Then he picks it up.
Wait, there was two Miracle in the Meadowlands. The first one was in 1978. Yeah, this is the second one, obviously.
My dad saw both of them, and and then he started running around the end zone. He slammed his hands on the couch, stormed off to the grocery store. I'm 4 years old because I'm crying, and then it's just like this is a generational. Like my dad and I. The Eagles are the team he hates the most. It would be the worst day ever if I ever, I was crying because I was 4 years old. If that happened today, you guys don't, I would probably.
I can say the same thing for the Seahawks goal line interception because I remember how the environment was around me, but I didn't comprehend fully what happened in that moment. It's kind of funny because the season before is a season I would want to watch if I could watch it again for the first time with the knowledge and passion I have now. But the season after and that Super Bowl ending, that would be my the worst thing. I'd have to that, and the Chiefs Chiefs win against the Bills in the divisional round in 2021 were probably some of my worst playoff losses I had to watch.
Yeah, you know what game was also terrible? The wild card game versus the Packers. That game sucked. I remember
the fucking Hail Mary. The Hail Mary to Cobb.
Yep, and I said I knew the Giants were going to lose after you hit that Hail Mary.
Yeah. Okay.
And I just remember sitting in my living room crying and my dad sitting next to my dad. Man,
so I cried a bit after the Bills lost to the Chiefs this year too. I honestly was emotionally unstable in that game, and I was so stressed. I don't know how to explain it, but I figured it was over after we tried that Make-A-Wish fake punt, and then I was I was so mad. I should have recorded my reaction. I was like, yeah, I just said make a wish thing because I was just like, I was yelling at my TV and I was just like, great fucking job, guys! You lost the game now, you idiot! Maybe you're an actual terrorist, Sean McDermott. I mean, no, those Al Qaeda like things were true. I was just going off, and then I saw the like touchback. And I was like, wait, we just got the biggest bailout of all time, and I was like, oh wait, and then the Trent Sherfield drop. Like the roller coaster of emotions, bro. It was just up and down, and then yeah, and then wide right part 2 happened again. But anyway,
oh my god. You speaking of our teams, like by the way, I wanted to like talk about this after like the season ended. What was your guys's we're gonna start with bad and then we're gonna with good. What was your guys' worst loss of the season? Like what was your most
let's do that.
I hate the Jets. I have 2 candidates, the Jets and Bills game. The Bills game, that was completely demoralizing. I was so pissed off. Should have been pass interference in the end zone. Jets game, refs gave the Jets that game. Graham Gano, I like you. You sold. That was so dumb. We should have ran it on 4th and 1. I didn't talk to anybody for the rest of the day after that game. So those were my 2 candidates.
Were you even ghosting us?
Oh, and the Cowboys game.
Were you even ghosting us after that Jets game?
Yeah,
because I feel like I
guys.
talked to you, but I don't remember because I feel like we texted in the chat after every game.
Like what do you call it? Like physically, like talking.
No. But I remember like texting you guys, being all pissed when we were getting our asses kicked by the Chargers on Sunday Night Football, and Bobby wasn't saying anything, and I was like, damn, that loss must have really stung him then.
Yep. I threw my jersey off in disgust.
I think we know what Mal's are, so you can go over them briefly because I feel like you've talked about them before.
I want you. You want to go over? Okay, all right. Well, here we go.
In fact, I could tell them for you if you wanted to, but I'll let you say them.
I think I know them.
I know them too.
Number one, week 11 versus Lions.
Lions, yeah.
26-14 with under 3 minutes left in the game. Under 3 minutes versus the Lions. At the time they were 7-2. At the time we were 3-7. This win could have sparked a huge winning streak, which we ended up getting a huge winning streak. But we had the chance to, at the moment, pull off one of the biggest upsets of the year, and I'm not even exaggerating when I say that. The Lions were 10.5-point favorites going into that game. I was like, okay, I expected to get blown out, but the way the Bears were like giving me hope in that game, I was like, holy shit, like we might actually win this thing.
Guys, Steph Curry's mom just said she almost had an abortion, like when she was like pregnant with him. Imagine how history would have changed, bro. I just saw
what? Damn.
Holy sh! I follow NBA play. I follow NBA Flames, and I just saw this.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, like that. When Jared Goff threw that deep touchdown to Jameson Williams and made it 26-21, I was like, okay, yeah, I know we're gonna lose this game. And in the drive where we had the chew-up clock, we only took 15 seconds off the game clock. And on 3rd down, Fields threw a freaking dime to Tyler Scott. He tracked the ball wrong. If he were to just keep on running instead of trying to look back, he would have caught the ball. He probably would have gone in for a touchdown, and it would have been way over. Or he would have gotten a huge first down. We could have kneeled the ball out. But, of course, we didn't. Then the Lions scored. Then they got the 2-point conversion. I'm like, we're not going to.
Oh, dude. I think I jinxed y'all. Oh, my God. Wait, I jinxed y'all that day. Because, wait. Sorry to interrupt. But what happened was I couldn't fully watch the game because I had, like, tutoring in the middle of Sundays. Like,
I remember
prime PM games.
That.
So I was in downtown. I saw the initial score and I was like, oh, okay, wow. The Bears are going to get a great upset today. Let me tell Mal about this. Oh, look at that. He's a happy boy. He is surprised. And then I check like 3 minutes later, and this is the 4th quarter where they're coming back. And I'm like, oh my God, bro, holy crap, this is close. So I watched it.
You saw the text I was giving you?
Yeah, I texted you, yo, I think you guys got this. Nah, I think you guys are good. And then I watched the rest of the game on YouTube TV, and I'm like, Oh, and you were like, "Don't say it," and I'm like, "You're like, don't. It's not over yet." I'm like, "I think you guys got this." I think I was also saying a Bobby Giants win. I might have actually been pointing
Yeah.
the like, "You guys
Mm.
got this" at the Bobby win, but the fact that the Bears, the Lions comeback was happening at the same time, like, oh
Dude,
my
That
I
game was
God,
texted
stressful versus
I texted you
Washington.
guys on the group chat. I was like, I kept texting, I'm gonna puke. And I said that like a million times. I'm like, I'm
yeah, yeah,
gonna
yeah.
puke. I'm like, there's no way this is happening. There's no way we're about to choke this game. We're the new Falcons of the NFL. And oh my, that game hurt me so much. And then they scored that too. Right before Fields fumbled the ball, I already started crying because I was like, there's just no way we're I try to hide my tears from my dad though. I tried going like I don't know, I was looking a little high for some reason. Like I try to look like that instead of actually looking like I had tears. And then Fields fumbled the ball, and then I went up to my room and I slammed. I jumped in my bed and I started crying. And the thing was, I had to like get out of like crying because I had like a dinner reservation to go to after that, and I was so
Oh
pissed. I lost
no,
my appetite. I lost my appetite. I'm like, I'm not hungry. I don't want to eat anything.
I
That's the
had the
worst
same
loss
thing
I've ever
too.
seen. It was so it was so horrible. And in the Packers game in week one, I have never been more disappointed with the Bears in my life in that game. And I had my friends come over, and just the pure silence in that game, it was insane. And when
I
Fields threw
remember
that pick
watching
six
that game.
to Quay Walker, my dad just started laughing, like, "Oh man, this is pathetic." He wasn't even mad; he was just laughing. I was just like, it was so pathetic, so pathetic.
So mine, I'll go with the Seahawks first. So I would say my worst two, it's kind of a tie. I would say the first one is the rematch versus the Rams. Not the first one, the rematch at LA, because we were holding them and they were holding us. We had such a good start and then we just kaputted. So, in a way, both the games were the same where our offense just completely stalled, almost did nothing in the second half. But the fact that the difference was the Rams
It
weren't
was
kicking
close.
our
One of
ass in that
them,
second one. It was close.
yeah,
And we missed the game winning field goal after Gino got injured by Aaron Donald, and then got back out there and just drove the team right down the field with some amazing DK catches, all for the game winner to miss. Now,
yeah.
I'm not putting it on Myers. We deserve to lose that game, but that
I remember
was the
that game.
first of two moments I realized we are not making the playoffs. We don't deserve to make the playoffs. We are legitimately worse than the Giants and Bears right now. And then when we played the Steelers, that was the second kind of reason because they were just running the ball all over us. Like it wasn't even like we were getting
Yeah.
beaten in an entertaining way. And that was the true moment where I was like, wow, we are not making playoffs. Like that was the game where I realized we are going to get eliminated from the playoffs. But the Rams one was the first backbreaker of like
Dude,
things to
and the
come.
crazy thing is, your worst game of the season happened on the exact same day as mine. The exact
Yeah,
same day.
exactly, bro. It's actually nuts. And I could have went with the Ravens, but that one was just we were purely outmatched and like some other ones. And then Bills, um I will say probably this isn't technically counting because it's a postseason, but the Chiefs
No,
lost
that totally
because
counts.
That's
yeah,
What
but
about
crazy.
the
like
Jets game week one? That must have
yeah,
been.
that one too. I was about to mention that one as well because it was shocking that Rodgers got hurt, but the fact that Zach Wilson still beat us and that like Gibson kick return in OT for the win.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say that one. The Patriots one was also pretty bad too.
Bro, remember the Garrett Wilson catch in that game, that same exact
That
Yeah,
game?
was
yeah,
That was
yeah,
insane.
bro.
insane.
Yeah, no, it actually was. But like I would say the Jets and Patriots for regular season, but it does not compare to the third time we lost to the Chiefs because
Yeah.
like there was a mix of roller coaster emotions from that make a wish fake punt and then Trent Sherfield and Diggs dropping it and then the factor of the wide right. Like I lost my appetite after that game, bro. We had in and out. I didn't eat it for like 3 hours. Like I was just depressed. And I'm like, I went into my room and just didn't talk to people for there. I was like, I would say the Bills one was my worst loss this season. Um,
Hmm.
that Bills divisional loss. But yeah, those are mine. What was our best win of the season? Let's go to a positive note, guys.
Yes,
I
sir,
Positive
agree.
Bobby.
note.
You start, Bobby.
Yes,
I
sir.
mean, I
I
have
think
four,
we know.
honestly.
Okay, yeah,
Both
go ahead.
both of the Giants games I went to, they were fun. Obviously going to a football game when your team wins is such a great feeling. The
100%.
Cardinals. Wait, am I gonna name 5 of these wins?
Go ahead.
The game versus the Eagles, I hate them so much, and it was like a dream come true of just beating their it's like I don't know how you describe it. It's like finally getting revenge on like your
Bully.
bully. Yeah.
Yes.
They've been bullying us for like the last 15 years, and we finally just give them a nice sucker punch to the face. And then the Bucks
kicker,
finished.
even the kicker was getting
Oh
remember
yeah, he
that
was
one
getting
like
humped.
punt like play where he was
Cam
getting
Brown.
pumped? That was hilarious. Yeah, that was
And then-
hilarious.
And then the Bucks gave him the nice kick in the I don't even know kicking the balls to end the season.
Oh no, yeah, that was hilarious.
The
That
Packers
team,
game-
that team broke down after the Niners, bro. They did
The
not know how
Packers
to
game
handle
was so
adversity.
fun. The
Packers
Packers game
game
was
was
so
great.
fun.
That was great.
Mainly because I got into my first college, which was fun, and I got to watch the first half at a restaurant with my dad. Then we watched the second half, and it was so fun. He was
The
getting
DeVito
mad
game
at
when he
me.
drive to Wandale
Yeah, that
Robinson.
that was so fun. I couldn't go to sleep till like 2 o'clock. I was so excited. And then the Cardinals game. That was fun.
Yeah,
An actual good Darren Waller game. Wowee.
I remember in the first half though, you were texting us like, "I'm so done. I hate everything," and everything. You were
Yup, that was
texting
true.
us.
That was the
So
first-
Cardinals, Packers, Eagles. What was the other one?
Commies and Patriots.
Okay, so 5. Nice. Oh no, yeah, that miss was hilarious. Did any of you guys see Flight's reaction to that miss? That was actually
Yeah,
so hilarious.
Dude, that was hilarious.
That was the funniest thing
Now,
ever.
did
He broke his door. He
Yeah, you
ripped
did. You
into his
did.
door.
Yeah, he just saw it and broke his.
He was so
Oh
pissed.
God,
He
this is what
destroyed that
happens,
thing.
Flight, when you bandwagon every
No,
good
and I
team
went to the
from
game
like the
with my
late
friend.
2010s.
I went to
Yeah.
the game, to the Patriots game with my friend who's a Patriots fan, and it was just so funny seeing his reaction because he didn't care. He was honestly laughing, but it was so funny. Like he was just standing there, and everybody, the crowd went wild. My brother was pissed that they won. It was such a great experience.
That's
No,
pretty good.
dude. Hey, at least with Flight, you could say that he's at least been, even though the Patriots suck now, at least he's sticking with them, not switching up on them.
Yeah, no, that is
surprised if
true.
Bandwagons to Kansas City next.
Yeah, no, because he bandwagoned the Warriors and the Pats when they go. Okay, Mal, what's your best win?
I think
Or
everyone
wins?
knows. So my worst loss of the season was to one team called the Lions. My best win of the season was to that same exact team 3 weeks later. It was awesome. The fact that we were actually this close to sweeping a team that was in the NFC Championship game could have really been impressive. But dude, I was watching a game with my dad. The first quarter started off really well. We got up like 10-0, and then Jared Goff was just throwing picks because I don't know why for some reason our defense loves to play good against Jared Goff. Our defense just loves to play good against Jared Goff, knock on wood. But then the second quarter we kind of collapsed, and then I was like, "F the Bears!" Like, of course we're gonna lose this game. I knew it. And then the third quarter comes, and then I remember like the Bears went for it on like a 4th and 13, and Fields we went for it on 4th and 13. He tried to draw him offsides, and he did. And he threw a freaking bomb to DJ Moore. Dude, I swear to God, like
that play.
Fields was trying to show his inner Aaron Rodgers because that's what Aaron Rodgers does. He always like draws the defense offsides and then like throws a touchdown. And I was like, holy crap! I was being delusional at the time. It was a joke, but I was like, this is the next Aaron Rodgers, and it was such an awesome moment. And then we got to stop, and then Fields got a rushing touchdown. And the reason why the game was so amazing was, one, I've never seen my dad so happy over a win before. But two, we got our revenge against that bum, that bozo CJ Gardner-Johnson, my most hated player in all of sports. I hate CJ Gardner-Johnson more than anyone in all of sports. That guy's the biggest bozo. He is a good safety. I'll give him that. He's one of the best in the league. But he talks so much, and he is the definition of why karma is a bitch, because he did the same thing in the NFC Championship game, waving goodbye at the Niners fans, sticking Deebo Samuel after a play, like the bozo he is, and it came back to bite his ass. And in week 11, he called Fields a crying little bitch, and I was like, oh man, like I hated him, especially after that moment. And when we got our get back, oh man, that felt so good, because there's no better feeling than getting your revenge against the biggest bozo in the world.
Yeah.
I hate
So
CJ
besides
Gardner
Jair,
Johnson.
you hate him. No, but yeah, he actually is a piece of shit.
I don't like
And
him.
he
I
deserved
hated him.
everything
I
that was.
hated him
He
last year
deserved
more than
everything that
anything.
was coming to him. Yeah, you hate him because he was in Philly like last year.
He
I
deserves
hate
to be in
him.
Philly.
I hate him, Darius
He
Slay,
fits with
Fletcher Cox.
he fits with he fits with Philly and the Raiders like perfectly, but especially Philly, bro. Like I don't know
I
how to
hate
say it.
him. I hate him, Darius Slay. He's an asshole. Fuck Darius Slay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fletcher
Anyway,
Cox.
speaking of Eagles,
to CJ's credit though, he does back up his talk.
No, he's a great player, but I hate him.
yeah, that's true. I would
Same
be
with
happy if
Altuve.
I would have mixed feelings morally, but I would be happy if Buffalo signed him. But I feel like we have a higher chance of getting Jeremy Chin. But anyway, speaking of the Eagles, my favorite win as Seahawks wise was against the Eagles because we beat Hurts with Drew Lock. You guys lost to Drew Lock on a get right game on Monday night. I was like, dude, I don't know, man, about this because Gino's not playing. And I texted before the game, oh fuck, dude, he's not playing. And you're like, bro, just relax. It's Seattle in prime time. And holy crap, that game-winning JSN drive. Amazing.
That was insane.
Also, underrated part, DK's catches on that drive to set him up were insane.
Bruce Bradbury.
Bradbury and Slay did not know what to do. Like, I'm pretty sure DK caught a catch on his fucking leg. Like, it was actually insane. But I would say that besides the Rams loss at LA were some of his best game-winning like drive catches for DK. That was the best. And then Bills, it was the Cowboys game. That was just
that was awesome.
butt kicking, and it was so satisfying, bro. We just ran the ball every time. Their D-line couldn't do anything. Micah Parsons
James Cook went.
James Cook went ballistic, fantasy owners, bro.
Those fantasy
James
owners
Cook went ballistic.
Crazy.
He had like 35 points that week. It was nuts.
It was insane. Dude,
yeah,
but like literally
right
before that game, I know, like I remember fucking Darnell Mooney dropped that Hail Mary. But then the day got better because the Bills won. But dude, that was so I actually wasn't.
But dude, that Eagles game, everyone was so happy that the Eagles lost. All three of us were. Happy. My dad and Niners fans were happy. Like we were all like, hell yeah, Seattle. Even Niners fans were like, hell yeah,